everybody. It's been a scorcher here. I don't know if it's a scorcher where you're at, but we also have a scorcher and we have smoke. So it's not as if we could have hot and see the sun. Nope. So it's like some dreary, weird thing. I guess it's just LBL in a nutshell for weather. So, anywho, she's gotten back on. Of course, she has to bless us with her clearing her throat and all that disgusting crap because that COVID cough, it hangs on, and with her big, huge, nasty nose that has all the snot coming down the throat that she won't take a antihistamine or anything normal because she only takes certain drugs. We get to be treated to that when she comes on the lives. She finally introduced her YouTube community to her slip and fall scam and had to talk about how the poor old man. I mean, the thing is that now it doesn't even make any more sense. She's saying that he was pulling it. So how'd she get a picture? If she was in shock, because she said he's pulling this cart behind him. It had 2 boxes. And she was turned with her gigantic satellite planet Pluto's ring of an ass turned towards him, and he was way far away from her, like 6 feet. Yeah, because you're supposed to stand 6 feet away from people. Anyway, so he was 6 feet away from her with this cart. So obviously the man is trying to stay alive from people like her going around being COVID spreaders and has a freaking hand cart to keep the distance, and I can't blame him. So then she said she turned and fell on his boxes, and she fell flat on her face. How much did the man lose in his postage and damage to that? I mean, I don't know what was in there. I hope it wasn't anything of value, because that's the thing we haven't heard of and the real thing here. But then she said she fell on her face. Well, isn't the story that she fell on her ass and her knees and everywhere? But this story on the YouTube says that, because she has the story on her Insta with pictures, of course. But this one, she fell on her face and was in shock, and embarrassed, but tried to get over that so she could get better. And the man asked if he wanted to help her get up, and I don't know if they ultimately had to use the hand cart and fling her back up. I don't know how she got up. I don't know if they had to take a wall out of the post office and get a crane. I don't know. Insert Gilbert Grape's mom. Anyway. And then she's like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, yeah, so she's asking for advice, which is what she doesn't want, which means she's soliciting legal opinions. And then she's like, people are saying, did you report it to the post office? And she's like, no, why would I report it to the post office? It's not anything the post office cares about. Well, shut up. You know you reported it to the post office. You know you filed a claim. You know that you're shopping lawyers. You know that you're going to sue them. And that's going to be your little moving fund. And that's why you got to hold a Carol so she can be all ready to grab the funds and conceal them and make everything all better for Bert's final college decade. Van Wilder. Anyway, and then because she's so boring, she has nothing to talk about, she is trying to be like some of the legal commentators. And so she is commenting on a high-profile case. Once again, probably only 14-year-olds know who she's even talking about. But, she wants to be the expert on allegations of rape and how serious they are and blah, 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 blah. Then she wants to get in and bitch about how many Amber Alerts have been on lately. Now, in her failure to ever know anything about what she's talking about, she combined an Amber Alert in with parental abductions. A true Amber has to have a license plate of a vehicle. Investigators, law enforcement across the board did not ever want an Amber Alert to be something that people dismissed as quickly as she is, saying, oh, it's most likely a parental thing. It's something where the mom has them or the dad has them and they're just fighting and they're late for bringing them back. Okay, no. That line of thinking leads to deaths of children, because when there are parental abductions like this, often it is a matter of life and death, and that has proven on the bad side too many times to count. There was one little girl, I believe it was in New York, and people were like, so what? Her dad has her, so what? Yeah, that line of thinking, that girl was beheaded by the time they caught her. They caught the dad. Basically an honor killing. The dad went and got the little girl to murder her because she had shamed the tribe in some way. So you can't do that. You can't just say, oh, it's the mother or the father, and they'd never heard of, because then there was the one where the mother had them and she's mentally ill and she went and drowned all the children in the ocean before they were found. Amber Alerts are never to be taken lightly. They are only for an instance of life or death. And they will generally state, they will put a joinder that says, non-custodial parent, if it is a parent thing. But I urge people to not listen to Lori Beth as it comes to any news. Basically anything, don't listen to Lori Beth, but please do not ever cheapen the resources and the brains behind an Amber Alert because Lori Beth says that they're probably just a mom or a dad late on a custody thing. And yeah, I know she then digressed and tried to say that, oh yeah, well, it could be a thing. But all she's doing is she's trying to loop it around to where she thinks she knows about custody things because of how she basically falsely accused Gungor of molesting Burke so that she could have Burke to herself and nail Gungor for child support while she's getting every other resource from the government. So she wants to basically pontificate and say that the mother should always have the children, etc., etc. There are many, many cases, and I'm not going to even, I'm not going to say anything about her situation and whatnot. There are many cases where the mother is not suited to be the best parent, and that doesn't mean that all mothers are not, but it means that courts need to be very responsible with the information given and the feedback of the children and the facts presented, and they need to look at all of the factors. They can't just say automatically to the mother or automatically to the father. Can't do it. There's a lot that goes into it, and our system is broken. Our family court systems are broken, and I won't get into that right now. But we don't need LBL's twisted line of thinking muddying the waters, if you will, with her input, if you will. I don't know why she tries to get into commentaries about the news. She has no education, no journalism, no legal background, she has nothing, okay? So just please don't listen to her. She can undo a lot of things that people have worked really hard to do, and that really is in the field of the Amber, and how they wanted that to be such a system that is life-saving, and I feel very strongly about that, as you can tell. So, with that being said, have a great weekend, and try to stay cool. I mean, if your body is sitting there telling you, you know what, it's time to just slow down, listen to your body. Nothing really needs to get done. It's not that crucial. Just listen to your body. Feed it well. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.